Hey KU fans, welcome back to KU Sports Extra here at Allen Fieldhouse with Benton Smith.
You got my last name right.
The whole thing, Smythe. I'm Matt Tate, and we're here to talk about a nail-biter of a KU victory, 80-78 over Texas. There's a lot of things to remember about this game and things this game might be known for, but I think it's the night Marcus Garrett went nutso.
No kidding.
Right?
I mean, like, you normally see him score, like 4 points, 6 points, something like that.
Yeah.
Great defense, kind of can create on offense. I'm going to create my own offense tonight is what he decided. I just take guys off the dribble, nailing three-pointers. I mean, just took control in that first half. It was like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
I mean, it was really out of character for him because he's so you're used to seeing him defer.
Right.
And play awesome defense and rebound and just make smart plays, but I mean, he still did those things.
Yeah,
He was
right.
also scoring the ball.
That was amazing. His teammates said after the game, we talked to a few of them, they said, yeah, we've seen him do that before. I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying they're lying, but I don't know. That was unbelievable. He pulled three-pointers in that first half like they were regular shots for him. This is a guy that many of you watching have said, we just don't want him to shoot anymore. Tonight, it's a good thing he did because his 20 points were huge in a game decided by 2 points. It doesn't get bigger than that, but I mean, this was his career high was 13, and then tonight he had 20, but he had 13 or more, just over, in 10 minutes. I mean,
right off the bat.
That was his night and his time in the beginning. But once again, KU struggled to close this game out, up 10 with 5 minutes to go or 5 and change. And Texas ties it at the end, has a chance to win at the very end. They still seem a little perplexed about what they're going to have to do to close these games out. The players more so than Self. I think Self's ready to just hunker down and say, this is how these are going to go. We're just going to have to find a way all year to win all the way down to the buzzer. These players want to find a way to put these games away when they get those big leads. Any idea if that's coming?
I think part of it tonight, at least, was that Ochai Agbaji kind of looked like a freshman.
Yeah,
he looked like a veteran the first couple of games, and he had some freshman moments tonight. And when this is a kid's third game of his college career, and he's out there in crunch time because KU has to have him out there because of all that he brings. And sometimes when that's a newness to the roster. And I mean, there's so many young guys and so many guys experiencing things for the first time. I feel like we talk about it almost after every game because, like, at some point there's some run that you're just scratching your head about how it happened. But I think that's it. I just think there's not a whole lot of continuity, and so guys are learning. And I mean, those lessons come when other teams make runs late in the game.
Right. Yeah. What did you think about the end? I mean, Texas, Marcus Garrett goes to the line. That's how close this game was. Marcus Garrett, career high, 20 points, fabulous offensive performance. Had he missed 2 free throws at the end, he would have been known maybe as the guy who blew the game as opposed to a big offensive performance. He did make 1 or 2 that put Kansas up 2 with 8.6 seconds left, but it gave Texas a chance, and that last possession, Shaka Smart talked in the media room about it. He was disappointed. I mean, their spacing was awful. It got jumbled up. Texas didn't have a timeout, but KU did. Called one to set their defense, and then Texas couldn't find a way out of that. Did you expect different? I did. It kind of reminded me of that Barry Brown play that K-State had last year to win it, where it just looked like everything was off kilter, and some guy ended up with the ball in his hands, and he had to heave it at the rim, and it didn't go in.
The thing is, so it also ended up in the hands of a guy who had already hit 4 3-pointers. So I almost assumed when it left his hands, I know, like, it doesn't look like it's great or on balance, but this is probably going to go in, right?
He was throwing them in,
because that's how it had been for him that night. So I think KU was fortunate, obviously, to get out of here with a win. They keep winning these close games, and I feel like one of these nights it's going to come back and bite them, but they're letting teams back into it.
Yeah, I saw a stat tonight. KU in its 5 Big 12 games has scored 360 points. They have given up 354 points, and they're 4-1 in conference. I mean, that stat is insane. That is as close as it can get. With a team that's sitting on that line, you'd expect them to be 3-2, 2-3, right?
Yeah, at best.
4-1 is remarkable. So 15-2 overall, 4-1 in Big 12 play, now just a half game behind Texas Tech. It's too early to start tracking every game in this race, but we're going to do it anyway, because that's what this whole thing's about.
With those two teams.
Yeah, right, with those two teams. So Kansas will get the rest of the week to kind of catch its breath, recover, and prepare for Press, Virginia next Saturday out in Morgantown, West Virginia. That one's a 1 o'clock tip-off. We'll be out there, and we'll have all kinds of coverage throughout the week on Kansas, Texas, and Kansas, West Virginia. But Kansas wins it tonight, 80-78 here at Allen Fieldhouse. That's it for KU Sports Extra. Thanks for checking it out. We'll talk to you guys again real soon.